Hey you, it's been a while. I had no idea that my brother's fiance was you. My servant from middle school. I was really surprised.
Hey, Carrie, it's been a while. I was surprised too. I had no idea that the person who bullied me and made me not be able to go to school was my fiance's sister.
Hey, don't blame me for your own weakness. You were a loner and didn't fit in the club at all. As a club leader, I was trying to interact with you in a positive way.
Are you serious about that? We were on the volleyball team. All the seniors used me as a target and hit me with the balls. And you guys always left first, leaving me to clean up. And you guys even tried to lock me up in the gym. And I know you were spreading bad rumors about me that were not true.
It's your own fault that you have a bad personality.
By what logic are you saying that? Because of you, I didn't even make it to the graduation ceremony.
I was glad you weren't in the group photo for a club. If you were in the picture, you would have ruined it.
You're still the same, even in your mid-30s.
Well, I'm glad it was you who became my brother's wife.
Huh?
My brother's wife, that would make us sisters-in-law, right? I will use you as my servant for the rest of my life.
Is that what you think?
Call me your leader like you used to on the team.
I don't want to.
A what?
Besides, I have no intention of becoming your servant.
Oh, wow. Have you become a big shot in the little time we've been apart? You can't disobey me. A weak-minded person like you needs to be told what to do.
What makes you a stronger person than me?
I just am.
I don't understand what you mean.
If you insist on defying me, I won't allow you to marry my brother.
You have no right to interfere with our marriage.
Hey, remember who isolated you from the rest of the school by spreading rumors about you? Who do you think it was? If I told my parents and brother, it would be easy for them to break off your engagement. I could just tell them you're playing around with other guys. Oh, or maybe I should tell them that you were a truant in middle school and hung out with the wrong people. How about that?
Please don't. Don't ruin our engagement by making up lies.
You're so desperate. You know my dad runs a company, right?
So what?
Actually, I work there. I work short hours because I want to live freely. But of course, among the employees, I'm the president's daughter, so I'm looked up to. If I were to tell these employees that my brother, who will take over this company in the future, is about to marry a useless woman like you, how do you think they will react? So much fun. I'll talk about it at work tomorrow.
Please, don't do that.
Then be my servant. Here, why don't you call me leader?
I won't do that.
Oh, really?
Please, give me time until tomorrow.
All right. In the meantime, be prepared to pledge your allegiance to me. I love how hopeless you are.
I'll text you tomorrow.
Hey, my servant! Have you made up your mind? For starters, I need you to go to my office and do some work for me. Of course, I'm willing to pay you. I'll give you about $100 a month.
Hi, Carrie. How are you?
You don't get to call me by my name.
Why not?
Are you really going to act like that towards me? Who do you think I am? I'm serious. If you disobey my orders, I will not allow you to marry my brother. I will tell my parents that I don't want him to marry you, and I will break up your engagement.
Then financing for your company is not going to happen.
Huh? What do you mean?
If this engagement doesn't happen, the financial help to your father's company will be terminated.
What? I don't understand. What does the financial help for my dad's company have to do with your engagement? What's the connection?
You haven't heard from your parents. I also run a company, like your father.
Huh?
Yes, and my company has about 500 employees.
$500 is a whole lot more than my dad's company.
Thankfully, the services my company provides match the public demand. Even with 500 employees, we are so understaffed.
What? How can a miserable person like you be the president of a company?
I was really depressed during school, thanks to you. To try to redeem myself, I studied hard. I haven't told this story to any of my classmates either. In case you're wondering, I graduated from South University.
South University? Isn't it that really good school with a low acceptance rate?
Yes. And since college, I've been working with people like myself who have been shut-ins, and for those who want to reintegrate into society but are too afraid to take the first step. I wanted to help them and do something for them. So I started this company. I am now working hard in the education and job placement industry.
Then that financing help means...
That means financial help from my company to your father's company.
Wait a minute. So, in exchange for letting you marry my brother, you're going to finance my dad's company?
Don't get me wrong. I am marrying your brother purely for love. However, him being a future president of the company, he asked me for advice, since his father's company was not doing so well and was having financial difficulties. He told me a lot about what company offered and other offerings. So I advised him. Your father has approached me and asked me if I would be willing to be a consultant for his company. To take on new challenges, money is inevitably needed. Then, instead of borrowing from a bank, I thought it would be less risky to lend him money from my company, since I'm becoming his in-law anyway. If I were to participate in the management of his company, I would be partly responsible for the results if they did not come through. That is why I was planning to start financing his company when we got married. But if you, who will now be my sister-in-law, is so opposed to our marriage, I have no choice. I love your brother, but I will give up on this marriage. I am sorry for the trouble.
Wait a minute. Is my dad's company not doing well?
It's probably just a matter of time before they go bankrupt.
Are you serious? What am I supposed to do if that happens? I have only worked for my dad's company.
Your parents have told me things about you. I think it would be a good idea for you to become more independent.
What do you mean? I'm working and making money.
You've been working only short hours ever since you graduated from college. You can take a day off whenever you want. You never have to do a job you don't want to do. Despite living in your parents' house, you never gave your parents a penny of your salary. How can someone who spends money as she pleases say such a thing?
Did my dad tell you that?
Why didn't you at least pay rent or something?
I don't want to.
I've heard a lot about you from the employees, too. You work only short hours, but you make people listen to you, don't you? As you can imagine, that made me laugh.
Shut up! I'm the president's daughter, so I'm allowed to do that. Everyone needs to respect me.
They are only putting up with you because they know who you are. There is nothing more annoying than an employee who doesn't do anything at work.
It's none of your business.
You're right. Our engagement's been canceled, and I will no longer be financing your father's company. Your company situation is none of my business.
Wait a minute.
What do you need?
Shouldn't marrying my brother and financing my dad's company be two separate things in the first place?
What?
I'm saying don't confuse your personal life with your work life.
How can you tell me that? You're taking advantage of your position as the daughter of the president.
We're talking about you right now. You decided to finance this company because you thought it had the potential for growth. Then, even if your engagement with my brother breaks up, keep the promises you made.
Somehow you seem to think you're saying something very right. I think you should understand the situation of the company you're working for one more time. As I said before, I think there is a chance to rebuild the business. But my future father-in-law... Oh, wait. No more engagement. So your father... Well, the bottom line is that the thought it was impossible for them to do it on their own, which is why they asked me to do the consulting, if I were to make a full commitment. And if I were to finance his company, then they would finally reach a level where maybe he can rebuild his business. Sorry to say, but no one would normally think of financing such a company. It's too risky. Even if we could rebuild the business, we cannot expect a large return. Still, I decided to finance it because it is the company that my future husband will be running. For those reasons, now that the engagement has been canceled, I have no reason to finance his company. Do you understand?
Ugh! Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I'll let you get married to my brother then.
Huh? What are you saying? I have no intention of marrying him anymore.
Why not?
Because he has an annoying sister like you? There's no way I would want to marry him.
Why not? Without financial help from you, my dad's company will go under, right?
Probably.
I can't let that happen.
But either way, sooner or later, you're going to lose your job.
What do you mean?
Yesterday, after receiving a text from you, I told your parents the whole story. Then, your father said, "I'm so sorry about our daughter. We shouldn't have spoiled her because she is a girl. She doesn't work enough, and I've been receiving numerous complaints from employees. I will fire her in the near future and kick her out of this house, so don't worry about our daughter." That's what he said.
Are you kidding me?
All true.
How dare you? I can't live alone. Who's gonna cook for me? Do my laundry? Who's gonna clean my room? What about money?
You're 35 years old. What nonsense are you talking about? Of course, you earn your own money, pay your own rent, and do your own housework.
I don't want to. I want to live freely in my parents' house. Look, I'm not complaining about you guys getting married anymore. You don't have to be my servant. So please, tell my parents not to kick me out.
I will not finance him if you keep living in your parents' house. But then your father's company would go out of business, so the end result is the same.
How can that be?
Oh, and since this is a good opportunity, I would like to ask you to take responsibility for what you did to me when we were in middle school.
What responsibility?
Because of you, I have trauma. It was emotionally difficult, not only for myself, but also for my parents. The damages for emotional distress, the cost of the psychiatrist visits. I will charge you $30,000.
That was a long time ago.
Your parents said that they would not only kick you out of their house, but also disown you.
All right, I'll pay. I pay you when you're happy, right? But I can't pay you right now. I can pay in installments, right?
No, of course. You must pay it in full.
What are you, evil?
What are you talking about? I'm giving you such kindness, even though you bullied me so much in middle school. This is what you deserve. Later, Kiri was fired from her father's company and kicked out of her parents' house. With her out of the way, I was able to get married. A few months later, we had our wedding. She tried to attend, but we politely explained to her and asked her to leave. Since then, she has found a new job and started living alone in an apartment. But this is her first time working properly, and she is struggling every day to get used to that environment. To pay consolation money to me, she went into debt. So her life is difficult every month, and she can't even go out. She often tries to cry to her parents, but her parents have not responded to any of this. Or rather, her parents are too busy reforming their company. Thanks to them, their company's business is recovering, and I will not continue to have a relationship with her in the future.
Well, you get the hell out of my house, Anna. Our dad has passed, and you're no longer of any use to us.
What are you saying all of a sudden? What do you mean by get out of the house?
And I'm useless, did you say? I mean, we don't need you here anymore. I let you stay here so you would take care of our dad. But now that he's gone, can you live somewhere else? My husband and I will be living in this house.
Wait, what? I took care of our dad for so long, and when he's gone, you tell me to leave?
Yeah, that's right. Thank you for your work. Now you're free. Get out and live your life.
What the heck? You never came home when Dad was ill. That's not fair.
I want to enjoy my newlywed life.
Same goes for me. I got married right after you.
That's not the point. And your husband is away anyways. That's why you said you'd live in our dad's house to look after him.
Yeah, but I was expecting you to come help as well. I'm really disappointed in you.
There is only one dad, so one person taking care of him is enough. I have my life to live, so don't bother me.
I could say the same thing.
You're dumb. You're the one that accepted to do it right away.
One of us had to live with him. And you hesitated and ran away. Of course I can't leave him alone and leave.
You're always like that. Too kind to others. You're like everybody's friend. I think you're missing out on life.
I don't think so. I'm just living my life as a normal human being, while having to also clean up your mess.
That's true. I haven't done anything to help her dad. But I'll get this house anyway. You've wasted your time.
I'm glad I could be with Dad until the end. I don't regret anything. By the way, you really think you can get this house? Where did you get that idea?
Of course I will. I'm the older sister, and I deserve it, duh. Can't you just be nice as you always are?
What the heck?
I need money for my new married life. I'll take the inheritance. You can't say no. Right, you nice little sister?
I'm married too. I was going to live in this house with my husband. I can't approve it.
How old do you think you are?
What?
Will you depend on your parents forever? I'm guessing your husband's income is not much too. Come on, get a job.
How are you saying that? You don't work either. And I'm working from home.
Your work was to take care of our father, right? Then your work is done. Go out in society and work.
You still don't get it. You are a housewife, and you don't know anything about working.
My work is to support my husband. I see the world through him. I mean, does your marriage life really exist? Your husband never comes home.
Yeah, it can be helped because of his job. And he was assigned to a project overseas before our marriage. We got married on the assumption that we would get over that obstacle too.
I'm sure he's with another girl right now. Long-distance relationships never last. If you don't get off your butt and start living independently, it's going to hurt you.
Why are you so mean to me?
Anyway, just get out of the house. My husband and I will start living here by the end of the next month.
That's not going to happen. Our dad was not wishing for that either. Are you listening? Hey!
Hey, honey. I'm still at work, so I can't call you, but I wanted to tell you right away.
Hi, Justin. What's up?
I can finally go back.
What? Really? Your project is over now?
Yes. We haven't spent the marriage life together yet, you know. My boss told me to go back home and spend time with my family. I can go back by the start of next month.
What? That soon? I'm so happy. We can finally live together?
Yes. Sorry to keep you waiting.
No, you were working hard. You did a great job, Dustin.
It's all thanks to you, Anna. I really appreciate it.
Great. Oh, guess what? There's something I have to tell you.
Huh? Something happened?
Yes, actually. My sister told me to get out of my parents' house.
What? Why so suddenly? You were the one who was looking after your dad. I don't think she has the right to say that.
Yeah, I totally agree, but she thinks I'm a parasite. And she told me to be independent.
What the heck? You are already independent. Your sister doesn't know anything about you.
Because she never really contacts or replies to me. And she never helped to take care of my dad. So I never had the time to talk to her about me.
Oh, really?
To have me take care of our dad and then take over? That was her plan, apparently.
Wow, that's so arrogant. Oh well, we'll figure it out. I'm coming home anyway. You can just leave the house.
What?
Hey, what's going on here? Oh, where did everything go?
What's up? I moved, as you wished. Anything wrong?
Yes, there is. I'm home now, and there is nothing in the house. Why?
Huh? That's called moving. You told me to move, so I did. And I brought everything that belongs to me.
I told you to leave, but you brought everything from the house with you? Give me back the furniture and all the electronics.
No way. These are all my husband's.
Huh? What do you mean?
Everything in the house was so old, and they all didn't work properly. So he bought everything new. It cost quite a bit.
Really? But he bought it for this house. So it's common sense to leave everything here.
How are you talking about common sense? My husband bought it. So of course he'll take it. There is nothing wrong with that.
That can't be allowed. We'll be living here from today. How are we supposed to live in an empty house?
That house is already being sold.
What?
So either way, you cannot live in that house. Just get out of the house. Otherwise, it's going to be a police matter.
Huh? Wait. What do you mean? You sold this house?
Yes. We don't need that house anymore. So we sold it.
What are you saying? This house is mine. How could you sell it?
That house was under my name.
Huh?
When I started caring for Dad, he was very disappointed in you for not coming to help me. And he let me be the owner of the house. Since then, that house has been mine.
Are you serious? Why didn't I hear about this? I'm the older sibling. I should be the owner of this house.
And why is that? You didn't even come to help me or see your own father. That's why you don't know anything about it.
No way. Does that mean we can't live in this house anymore?
Correct. Just leave the house, please.
That's too cruel. We are sisters, and it's not fair. I'm so disappointed in my dad.
He said the same thing about you when he was alive. Who has she become? I'm so disappointed in her, he said.
What? Too bad. I was busy living my life.
And how long have you been saying that for? Of course our dad would notice. I was taking care of him while I was working too. He was sorry about it. And he said the owner of the house would be me.
That's not fair.
Nothing you've done or said is fair.
But why did you sell the house? How are you going to live? Are you finally going to be independent?
I'm already independent. We bought a place in the city. My husband came home from overseas too. We'll be living happily in our new place.
What? Wait. I don't understand. A place in the city? Your husband is home? Since when?
My husband and I both saved money. So we bought a new place to live. That's what happened. So we'll finally start living together.
Oh wait, I still don't understand. You're a housewife, right?
I told you. I work from home. It's hard to imagine, but I run a company.
Huh? You run a company? How?
It was hard to take care of our dad and commute, so I decided to start my own company so that I can work from home. And the company is still small, but I have some people employed.
No way. I still can't believe it. You're lying, right?
I'm not lying. It was great timing for my husband to get back as well. If you didn't tell me to leave the house, I wouldn't have thought of living in the city.
That sounds like good news, but let us live in that house too. You have money, right? You took our house.
That house was mine. You're the one who misunderstood that you could just live in our parents' house. Just go back to where you were.
No, I can't. We already left our old house. We don't have anywhere else to go to, so let us stay at yours. Just for a little bit.
I already know that you just like to use people. So gladly, I'll decline. I don't want my dream house stolen by you.
I'm not going to do such a thing. Your sister is in trouble. Help me.
Who was the one who kicked her sister out of the house? You're insane.
Hey, don't be mean. Let's talk it out.
There is no need to talk. I don't think of you as my sister anymore. Ever since you refused to care about our dad, actually. And you also kicked me out of the house. You should know the pain of being abandoned by others. You deserve it. Claire was blocked by her little sister. She had nowhere to go to, and she went to her husband's parents' house. She says she learned how hard it is to have no one to rely on. On the other hand, Anna started her new life with her husband, and she is living happily in her new place in the city. Claire, who tried to get everything she wanted, is regretting everything right about now.